Today we'll take a look at Topaz Lab's new program, Studio, and we'll look at the basic adjustments and some of the different features and options available in the program. First off, we'll have to load a few pictures here. We'll put 6 of them in. Fairly simple to do. Okay, there we are. Now to start off with, we need to make an adjustment to this so you can see what the different options are. So we'll just make a basic adjustment here. This is all available in the free part of the program. Alright, we'll turn the saturation up a little. Let's go too far with it. The first thing you need to know is you can undo an effect right here. This will bring it back to just the last adjustment you made. Now, if you were to take this up too far and adjust the temperature wrong, or at least to something that's undesirable to you, you could change that. You can go back another one, or you can reset all the settings and do away with it. Now let's go back and make an adjustment again. Another thing you can do is you can come up here and click on this eye. See, that brings it back to its original state. Or you can click anywhere inside the workspace here, and you'll see where it brought it back to the original. Or you can just use your space bar on your keyboard. As long as you hold it down, it'll hold the original up there for you. Okay. Now, if you don't like the adjustment at all that you made, you can also come up here and delete this adjustment. You also can come up here and look at this at 100% and click and see the original and the adjustment you made. And what I like to do is to go over here to navigation, and you can see this is the area that you're looking at in the image, and you can move it around. Alright, there's a lot of other features here available, brightness and contrast. We can lower the brightness a little bit, make this whole scene a little darker. Raising the contrast will do the same thing. It'll darken it a little. Let's go back and look at the whole image. Now you can click on that and see the original and what you've done to improve it or enhance it, however you want to look at it. There's also several other adjustments here that are handy. The opacity. You can take the basic adjustment down to where it's not working, or just use part of it. Same way with the brightness and the contrast. So you may only want to use about, what's that, 59% of it. It's also available here for all of the adjustments. But I think it's just as easy to click in the workspace or use the space bar. Okay, that's a lot of the regular features that come in here that are available to you. Now, let's reset this. we'll say there's other features available here that other people have worked on for their images, like this bright night. Now whenever you click on one of these, it'll bring up the adjustments that were made right here. Tone curves, all of these. Now if you don't want to see this adjustment, that's without the tone curves. And then of course you can go in here and make adjustments on your own by opening up the features for the tone curves, the precision contrast, or the basic adjustment. This program is really versatile. There's ways to look at this too, an image that if you click up here on the upper part, now you've got this. You can look at the different, you can scrub this and look at the different parts of the image. This will also work in the vertical mode. You can go up and down with it. Or in this one. They give you an awful lot of options in this. Alright. Now the other thing you might be interested in, or I think I know you will, up here you'll see this says featured. Now suppose you wanted to look at more options that could be available here for this. Click right here. Under more. Let's go down here to urban. Now under the urban, we have a whole lot more that are here available. Let's go back here to the regular image, reset it. Architectural detail looks pretty sharp. And it did sharpen it a lot. So, if you want to go in and look at these, now some of these, the reduced noise, precision contrast, these are only available in the Pro Pack. The basic adjustment. I want to turn to clarity. Okay, so you make adjustments to these, even though you used a preset, you can still come in here and make adjustments. Another thing you'll find interesting with this, let's reset this, go back here to basic adjustment. Alright, right here it says normal. If you drop this box down, as you mouse over these different options that are available here, it'll pull them up for you on the image. Now you can see exactly what you can do with this. Alright. Now you did this in vivid light, and you can make adjustments to this. And change the looks of this whole thing. Change the looks of this image. It's really a very versatile program. And with all these different options you have available here, let's reset this. Alright, we're back to our original. This is high dynamic range. Now watch your bar up here, your progress bar. Okay, there it is. Now you may or may not like these. It doesn't really make any difference. You can just reset everything and go back and look for more. You may find something that you really like. Alright, we'll get into some of the other adjustments here. You see that there's a lot of different ways to look at this program and work with it. Look at your progress bar here. It's not done loading yet. There it is. Now, this introduced a lot of noise into the picture. But you can, if you have the Pro Pack, you can get rid of the noise, or maybe you have Topaz the noise plugin, because all your plugins are also available right here. If you have any of the Topaz plugins, they're also available in this program. Alright, we'll reset this. Let's go back to plugins. Now we're opening up Topaz Clarity. Okay. Well, I think this Cityscape 2 might look good on this. Alright, now if you click in the workspace, and once again it'll show you the original and what you did to it, and then just come down here to either reset it and go on, and you can work in the program in here, or come down here to OK, and we'll save it back to Studio. It doesn't really make much difference what you're doing in this program. I think you'll find that the results you're looking for are available. Okay, go here. That's what's nice about this program, is it doesn't overwrite your originals. It gives you the option of saving them as a different file name. One of the basic tools that's very interesting in this program and seems to work really well is the healing tool. Let's open a few images here. Alright, in this particular image there's a sign we want to get rid of. Just didn't want in the photo. The first thing we need to do is make an adjustment here and reduce the size of the brush just a little. And now draw over just part of the sign that we don't want. Alright, that did a great job of getting rid of that. Now let's get rid of this part of the sign. A lot of times this works better if you do these as individual pieces in this particular situation. Now this is too big for the post. Alright, we'll have to carefully draw down over the post to get rid of it. Alright, that did a good job and got rid of it completely, and it looks natural. Here's another post. And that one's gone. So that worked real well. Let's try another one. This tire was in the picture and we don't really want to see it there. Well, that did pretty good. Let's get rid of this. Okay, that did real well. Sometimes you have to go over them, but not very often. Now here's a couple that we have something up here. I don't know whether this was some kind of a pole or something in this vehicle. Let's make this brush a little bit smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger. So it just covers this. Alright, there's still a little bit here. There it is. That did real good with that. Let's increase the size a little bit. Watch your progress bar right up here. Okay, that did real good. Now we're in good shape. So that's what the healing tool can do for you, and it does it pretty quick. You want to get rid of trash or anything unsightly in an image that you didn't want to see there. This is a great tool for that. Now, a lot of times when we're working in this, images like this, you want to crop them for one reason or another. Maybe just to get rid of some of this foreground down here. So this is set on unconstrained, which means that you can adjust this any way you want. And then you can move the image around in here to get the exact view you want, and then click done. And there you go, you've cropped your image. Now, a lot of times when you go to do this, you want to crop an image. In our particular case, we use a lot of them in videos. So instead of unconstrained, we want to make sure they're 16 by 9. And this will give you the 16 by 9, and you can place it anywhere you want. Reduce the size of it even more. If you do, it'll keep it at 16 by 9. And there you go. The crop tool works really well too. Well, we showed you a few of the adjustments that are available. Now comes the big question. Why would you want the Pro Pack? Now if you go up here to adjustments, you'll see the brightness, contrast, the basic, and all of these adjustments right down to this line are your basic adjustments. All the ones below this are the ones from the Pro Pack. Now why would you want this? Well, here's a perfect example. In this image you might want to change some of the colorations or the brightness. Let's go to green. You see what it did? It shows you exactly where the green is in the image. So let's make some adjustments. Green saturation. Take it down a little, lighten it a little. What about the blue part of the image? You can see by the striped lines in here exactly where the blue is. Part of it's in here in the water, but most of it's in the sky. So let's darken the saturation just a little. That's what's really nice about this. You can see exactly where the colorations are in the image. The red in the rocks. You can just see a change up here. That's what makes the HSL color adjustment so nice. Let's go back to the original. Go to adjustments, precision contrast. Okay, now what does this tell you? It's micro adjustment. All the fine details. You get more of the micro contrast. The low details and the medium. Brightness. Shadows. And the highlights. This lets you adjust the contrast with precision adjustments. Also, we don't want to forget this. Whoops. This drop-down box. Brighter, color detail, contrast boost, details, high dynamic range, and reduce the shadows. In this particular instance, I think the reduce the shadows looks pretty good. Now if you go to save this, it's going to overwrite the original image unless you change the name of it. It'll tell you, ask you if you want to replace it. In this case we will, and we'll leave it on maximum. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's see if we can get another one up here. Let's go in here to My Effects. Okay, I think we got what we're looking for right here. You can see all the noise. Not too bad like that, but when you look at it 100%, the noise is terrible. We ought to get rid of a little bit of it anyway. So we go to the Pro Adjustments. Oh, come on. So we'll go look at the Pro Adjustments, the Pro Pack. Under Reduce Noise. Okay. I would call that heavy noise. And watch your progress bar up here. I'm still working on it. This would be almost impossible to get rid of all the noise, but we'll see how this works. Well, that did pretty good. Before and after. And you can see all the different effects and changes we made to this. The contrast. Dehaze, bloom, and reduce noise. Now you got edge exposure, dehaze, black and white, smudge, sharpen. Say you wanted to sharpen an image. Okay, here we go. Extra sharp and sharpen. I think the extra sharp works really well with this, with the stones in particular here in the foreground, and some of this metal work really brings out some of the detail. Alright, that's just an example. You can see there's a lot of different, I'm not going to go into all these. There's a lot of different reasons and different advantages to having the Pro Pack. And for what they sell it for, if you don't have all the plugins, even with the plugins, this would be a Pro Pack would be a good thing to have to go along with the basic adjustments. But if you don't want any of it, the free program's a great deal. You really shouldn't miss out on it.